so I'm either wedged in so good or I'm in, but either way,
look pretty secure to me.
Either way, I can't move.
What I can tell, you look like you're in.
Okay, Kayla, you're going to retrieve the right mid-strut. That's backstraps 9 and 10 to transfer to Roger. And he's obviously a little farther away, so you're going to have to work together to get that handoff.
More of a blind handoff when we get those.
Yep, and you're going to stow that mid-strut on your BRT, doing a ret swap to the stanchion closest to the side pad.
Roger, do you feel like you can lean a little to your left?
I can, yep.
Okay. I may have to, let's see how far we get here.
I can get to about, that's kind of oscillatory, like I come that way and then the momentum swings, so I come back the other direction. Without grabbing onto the mounting bracket, I can't hold myself too far that direction.
I'm up onto the triangle here.
I can see it coming towards me. Wish I was taller.
Actually, taller may not help in this situation.
Got it?
I've got fingers on it. Okay, I've got contact. I've got control. Let me get a red on it, and then I'll send it back towards you to get the red off.
Nice job. And you want to ret to the stanchion closest to the side pad.
There's me.
And Roger, it looks to me like you can probably reach the bag ret, and that might be easier if you feel like you can get it with your left hand.
Yep, I can do that. Coming back.
Go for it.
All right, nice job. Now, Kayla, you're going to retrieve the right lower strut to pass off to Roger when he's got a free hand. You're going to pass him the, you want the clevis bolt toward EV2. And that's backstraps 7 and 8, right in the middle of the bag.
How are we doing relative to timeline, Ike?
EV1, EV2, you're about 15 minutes ahead. Slow and steady.
Very nice. Here.
All right, ready for the lower.
And Roger, you're going to ret to the handrail stanchion closest to the clevis end of the right lower strut.
Okay. Could you tip it towards the mass camp or towards the center? And then it's a little towards me. I've got a hand on it. Don't have control yet. Now I've got control. And you said the handrail closest to the clevis?
Stay firm. Handrail stanchion nearest the clevis end.
And am I good to start translating around?
Once he does the ret swap, you're going to have to release the bag ret.
I've got my red on it. It's coming back to you.
Yep. And then Kayla, you can translate to the mass canister right side sob launch bracket. We recommend going outboard of the mass canister to the radiator side, and please fair lead so that your tether stays off of the BGA. You can use S5 handrail 2102.
Bag ret's removed.
Okay, I've got it.
And Roger, just a reminder, there's a PGT and a torque wrench on the bottom of this one, so you've got some tools down there as well that you're moving. Perfect.
Okay. But I can see the spherical bolt from here. It looks flat. The right side.
Thank you for that. Right side spherical bearing looks flush.
Okay.
And then, Kayla, you're headed over to the right side, sob bolt, and same warning, watch out for the pinch point there.
Could Did you say again the handrail you want me to fairlead on?
Recommendation is S5 handrail 2102. But the important thing is just if you keep your safety tether cable off of the BGA. There's quite a few options to do that.
Fairlead under the recommended handrail. I'm not sure if it'll stay as I translating, but I'll keep an eye on it. And if it comes out, I will fairlead it.
Okay, we copy.
Like it stayed in place.
Good words, thanks. And Raja, if you can verify that the grounding pin is removed from the strut stow location.
It is removed.
Copy.
Currently 2 hours and 23 minutes into today's EVA, we see Kayla Barron translating over to the right side of the 3A mass canister to help Raja Chari install the 3A right struts.
All right, I'm just going to adjust my cooling real quick, Roger.
Yeah, no worries.
Recapping some of the milestones today at 7:12 a.m. Central Time, 8:12 a.m. Eastern, NASA astronauts Kayla Barron and Raja Chari turned their suits on battery power, making their way out of the hatch to start today's spacewalk. They are currently on the starboard 4 truss at the 3A power channel. They have successfully installed the upper bracket and center pad to the mass canister, as well as the installation of the left struts. They are currently working, again, on the right struts for install. This is all for the modification kit.
Let me click in my gear seat and I'll see if I can get a hand on that bolt.
Sounds good. Yep, then you're going to work together to install the right lower strut M19 to the Saab launch bracket.
This install will be for future IROSA or ISS rollout solar array upgrades.
And we want to.
Yep, I'll hold it there.
And we're going to start with 4 turns. I've got PGT settings if you want them.
All right, there's 4 turns by hand.
Copy. 4 turns by hand on M19. All right, so we're going to move over to Raja, and we're going to hand start the right lower strut L6 to mounting bracket L6. That's both M20, and we'd like 2 turns. I have PGT settings if you need them.
2 turns.
Affirm.
If I can get it through the
yeah, and you've got some Sharpie marks there to kind of show you where the bracket should align, but it again is one of those multiple diameter bolts, so you got to get that wider shaft through multiple pieces of that bracket. And then 2 turns.
2 turns by hand.
Copy. 2 on M20. And Kayla, now we're going to drive M19. I've got PGT settings.
Ready?
Okay, you're going to do Bravo 7 clock 2 on the short PGT.
Bravo 7 clockwise 2 is set.
Okay, we're going to torque M19, expecting a minimum of 10 more additional turns.
I'd adjust my body position here once I see where the PGT is. Turn.
Good readback. Bravo 7, clock 2.
I'm watching this thread. And I'm experiencing a little bit of running torque, but it might be the angle I'm holding the PGT at. I'm going to double check that I'm right on here.
Okay, copy some running torque.
It was just close to the end there. And I believe I counted 8 turns there. Green light, 25.4 on the torque. And actually, the PGT is telling me it was 7 turns.
Okay, copy 7 on the PGT. Green light, 25.4. Okay, and now you are going to swap the 2-inch socket from the short PGT to the torque wrench, and we're going to final torque with the torque wrench again. All right, and I'm showing 11 turns total, so we may expect more turns on the torque wrench. But we're looking for, again, breaking it over twice. Okay, copy, and maybe 3.5 turns on the torque wrench.
Rocket swap complete with a good pull test.
Okay, thank you for that. And with the torque wrench, clockwise 60 foot-pounds, we're going to final torque, give us the turns, and looking for that wrench to break over twice.
Just so the PGT is not flying around, I'm going to have an independent right now for the torque wrench, and I'm going to remove the adjustable between them.
Okay, copy. You've reattached the PGT, and you're going to disconnect the torque wrench and the PGT reds.
Working on this upper grounding pit pin while she's doing that, just as at an odd angle, so I'm still struggling to try to get into the grounding block. I know it's only getting harder once you grab the bolt.
Copy. Yeah, it looks like that cable's got a little memory making it hard to line up.
Yeah.
And you can go in from the other side, that other hole. As long as they both are in the grounding block, that's a good config.
Yeah, this one that's facing towards me, I'm saving for the mid-strap, because I think that's even harder to get around the corner with.
Okay, copy. Looks like that one you got a good start on it.
I was going the wrong way on the torque wrench, not doing myself any favors there. And double check that it was going clockwise.
Okay, and about how many turns, Kayla?
I did 32 throws of the torque wrench, and it was about an eighth of a turn per throw.
Okay, so we copy about 4 turns counterclockwise, and now we've reset it to clockwise. So we're looking at maybe 7 or more turns. Hey, Kayla, Ike, back with you. Sorry about that, not giving you a heads up about the handover.
Still working the torque wrench. Two pops. That was 120 throws. And I think it was still about an eighth of a turn per throw.
Okay, so...
What counted?
Yeah, somebody down here is going to do that math, but copy 120 throws, about an eighth of a turn each one. We're going to talk that over. And you got 2 breakovers on the torque wrench?
Affirm.
Okay. Take a breather, and when you're ready, we'll take those lower strut checks, the black line, the gap, and a wiggle test.
Black line looks parallel and flush. No gap at the bearing. Wiggle test.
I just heard wiggle test. Kayla, confirm a good wiggle test?
Good wiggle test.
Copy, good wiggle test. That's a good M19. Nice work there. Take a breather, and you can leave the short PGT and the torque wrench on the right lower strut handrail. And when you're ready, verify that MLI covering the lower strut pad. Roger, I've got PGT settings for you when you're ready.
Got